position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on last year's national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
On the direct snap, it's Newton. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Douglas. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Scanning the field, it's Maddox. Shoots it to the left. Zips it out to his man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. It's caught downfield. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Newton. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Newton. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Breaks free. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To throw, it's Maddox. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has. So nice job defending.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He might want another play. They go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's a good looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Got a man. It's Bangler. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to...
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Dogs!
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin? For that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to pass. It's Maddox. Throws to the back. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. With jet sweep pass. Catch and run was the idea. He caught, but he was stopped, and this defense makes the stand they needed. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Looking for a deep man. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. And the Canes will hustle to the line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Looking for the score, and it's caught. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got it. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wide open downfield. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Douglas. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Gonna let it fly. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
On the move. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. There he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. And they add 6 more to go over that trip to the house.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. To the air. looks for the tight end. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Firing to the right, complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's Kendricks. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right on the money. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And the Dogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UNLV is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UTEP. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gonna take a shot. He's got it for a big play. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down. First play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Under fire. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Canes will punt it away on fourth down. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Line getting set on second down. Football with the run. Can't get him to the ground. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They're testing the right side here. Running to Green. There he goes down the right side. Inside the touchdown Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Looking downfield on first down. Using his feet to buy time. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be 3rd and long. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's 3rd and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Goes to the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Georgia looking to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets it out fast. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the 1st down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward and
going for the big play. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. They'll start this drive from the 42. They think there's room to run to the right here. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Pulls it in. Made a defender miss. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Rides to back and leaves it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Still on his feet.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing...
Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Maddox. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So we need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
This has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense.